Yes, a very good morning. Thanks for staying with us on eNCA. It is a South African morning and, of course, a lot to talk about in terms of Cricket South Africa, and they are in trouble. Sports Minister Nathi Mthethwa has given a notice of government intervention to the International Cricket Council with regards to the affairs of CSA. This follows a series of meetings between the Minister and CSA over concerns about the leadership crisis at the organization, which has continued since December. Hloni Mtimkulu, who is eNCA sports reporter, joins us this morning. Very good morning. Hloni, it's great to see you as usual, but nothing to smile about in terms of Cricket South Africa. It just feels like, we've taken one step forward to only take three backwards.
Right, it does. And I mean, Cricket South Africa were in Parliament just yesterday, and they had handed over that controversial, contentious Fundutsi forensic report to the Sports Portfolio Committee last week, Friday. So we thought that there was some progress, however little. But then this morning we wake up to this news, and I think it's a case of the Sports Minister Nathi Mthethwa just being tired of the back and forths that have been happening in the engagements between his department, Cricket South Africa, SASCOC, and even the Sports Portfolio Committee.
I mean, Hloni, if the Sports Minister can't have any intervention, then why can't we find any common grounds? I mean, the Fundutsi report has outlined 20 main points, but 5 of them I think I've kind of had a look at. One that stands out is the structure of the board, fraud detection and prevention. Anything you'd like to add in that regard?
Yeah, so yesterday, the board members that were in Parliament with Cricket South Africa, they were talking about just, and a lot of the conversation, or some of the conversation that came up was around the board structure and around the members' council structure as well. We know that Cricket South Africa is a 2-tier structure. So you have the board, and then you also have the members' council, which is made up of the affiliate presidents as well. So there's a bit of a conflict of interest there in terms of your members' council is made up of these people that are acting in the interest of their affiliates, but some of them are also part of the board. So now they're supposed to act in the best interest of cricket, but they also have their affiliates or their own interest to think about. So, that's a factor. And also just in terms of the makeup of that board, how many non-independent directors and dependent or independent the executives that are there, so there seems to be a bit of an uneven match between who has the best interest of cricket at heart and who has the best interest of their affiliates. But it is something that Cricket South Africa said that they are addressing. That report did outline that there needs to be things that do happen, and that is the structure of the board is something that they are looking at addressing and having. I think it is 7 non-independent or 7 independent directors. I think that's what they were looking at. I do have to say that for the minister, though, the issue isn't necessarily this report that we keep talking about. He has said numerous times, and we last spoke to him at the beginning of this month at the National Recreation Day, that there's a leadership crisis at Cricket South Africa, and it's played itself out since December with the suspension of the former CEO, Thabang Moero. So he's not so much concerned about this report necessarily and what's in it, but he sees that there's a general governance crisis at Cricket South Africa.
Well, it just feels like Cricket South Africa is still on level 5, if you ask me, on a lockdown, shutdown, if you can say that, Hloni. When is cricket in South Africa going to return? I mean, it feels like this year is going to finish and we won't see any domestic or international cricket being played.
Yeah, so, and that's been one of the discussions that has come up between Cricket South Africa and the Parliament Sports Portfolio Committee. They were in Parliament again last week, and last week, for like more than an hour, I think it was an hour and a half, before there was any mention of the players, there was any mention of cricket being back on the field. It was this back and forth between the Portfolio Committee and issues around this report and the board. But then one of the board members, Devin Tarmalingam, he mentioned that they need to get back to playing cricket because that is where the money is made. And if you're not playing cricket, you can't make your money. A SASCOC board member who was there, Cecilia Mulukwana, also mentioned that what about the players? No one is talking about the players. But we know that over the past week, we've had confirmation that there is domestic cricket that is returning. We still don't know, though, if the Proteas will be playing international cricket. England is meant to be here, but there's still no word on that.
Oh, well, there you have it from Hloni Mtimkulu, eNCA sports reporter. I tell you what, it's a waiting game with Cricket South Africa, but we'll bring you the latest developments right here on eNCA.